Welcome to Tip of the Day. Today I wanted to talk about Robert's Rules of Order. Board of Directors have the ability within their bylaws to state how they're going to run their board meetings. And most organizations use a modified Robert's Rules of Order. There's many reasons to go ahead and use a Robert's Rules of Order, whether it be modified or the actual Robert's Rules of Order. But I recently was reading a book that talked about using Robert's Rules of Order to have good meetings that allow for open communication by everyone. And by being able to follow certain rules to allow everybody to express their thoughts and their feelings during the meeting allows for that open conversation to happen. And it's interesting because Robert's Rules of Order was actually set up to be able to do that. And it's been around for 150 years. So there are a few things to keep in mind with Robert's Rules of Order. Yes, it can be very structured, but for smaller organizations, you can use that modified Robert's Rules of Order to be able to have votes and encourage people to speak. And I do encourage everybody to read Robert's Rules of Order, or at least get a book that summarizes Robert's Rules of Order. But I wanted to go over a couple of things with it. First of all, it's always important to have an agenda, and that agenda is sent out in advance. That way when you're having a meeting, you're staying on task. And that the president of the board is able to communicate that everyone has an opportunity to speak and runs the meeting so that everyone has that opportunity. So let's run through a quick vote. Let's say that you wanted to vote on whether or not you were going to approve a certain expenditure for an upcoming fundraiser. So the president would say, "May I take a vote on the approval of this expenditure?" And someone says, "I move to accept the approval of this expenditure." And someone else seconds. And then the president says, "We are going to open this for discussion." Everybody on the board has an opportunity to discuss and share their thoughts and opinions. Someone can then say, when all the discussion is over, "I move a call for the vote." And then they can say, the president can say, "We'd like to take a vote." And he will call first for the people in favor of approving the expenditure. Then you must always ask for the negative. You must always ask for those opposed to the measure for the expenditure. And then everyone would vote. Even if nobody votes for that, the silence in itself allows for that to happen. Now you can have people raise their hands, you can have them stand up, you can have them voice vote, a, yay, nay. So either way that you want to do that. And then the president says the motion passes or the motion does not pass. This is a classic way of running a vote. And if you go through Robert's Rules of Order, it makes it very simple and easy for people to be able to communicate through that. So keep in mind that you have the ability to put this within your bylaws to state that you want to use a modified Robert's Rules of Order, and learn what it is and how you can use that to create better, more efficient board meetings. That's all for today. Have a great one.